A mother speaks at sentencing in toddler's death. Low snowpack has Washington County officials nervous. And your daily weather forecast coming up with highs, lows, and everything you need to know for the days ahead.
You're watching St. George News at 5, brought to you by our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law.
Good afternoon, I'm Monica McLaughlin. A St. George man, Randy Holt Lessing, has been sentenced to consecutive prison terms, including 5 years to life, after being found guilty of reckless child abuse homicide in the 2023 death of his 2-year-old daughter. For more on this sentencing and the judge's remarks, here's Cody Blowers.
On Tuesday, 30-year-old Randy Holt Lessing appeared for sentencing, facing first-degree felony reckless child abuse homicide and obstruction of justice, after he was found guilty by a jury following a 3-day trial in November. The case was filed following an incident reported on July 19th of 2023 when an unconscious 2-year-old was admitted to St. George Regional Hospital and then flown to Las Vegas, Nevada, where physicians found a skull fracture, a brain bleed, and bleeding in the skull that was caused by blunt force trauma that ultimately took the toddler's life. Prosecutor Ryan Schaum had this to say during the hearing.
General deterrence that we will not tolerate anyone who commits an act of violence against a child or other causes their death, and we'll submit the court on that. Thank you.
The defendant also spoke during the hearing.
I will forever make myself a better man in my daughter's name. I will forever be sorry for her mother and her baby brother. There are no words to describe how broken I am or how broken my mother is. I pray God eases her pain every day. I love you, Emmeline, as a core and Oliver, always. Defense
attorney Douglas Terry had this to say.
Your Honor, this is, to say that this is a tragic case is obviously an understatement, and nothing that has happened in this court or will happen in this court today in this case is likely to alleviate the pain. The court heard the evidence. I believe that the court heard compelling evidence that Emmeline was the light of his life.
As far as the defendant's varying accounts, prosecutor Jerry Jaeger said this.
He continues to state that Emmeline was on his shoulders and he stumbled and she fell. And we know that did not happen. We know that was certainty. We heard that from both of the doctors. We heard that from the jury. That's the message the jury sent, that they did not believe that lie.
And here is District Judge Jay Winward.
But they went past that and said there's no way that this happened. And if it did happen that way, you would have been honest right up front. And instead you lied. You impede doctors. You say that she's the light of your life. Look at me. You impede doctors from doing their job. And that's inexcusable. And you have resources. You had a good life. You had good parents. You had good education. You threw it all away for drugs. And frankly, if we were making reasonable inferences, you probably got high that day with your friends or were high on your pain meds, and you got mad because she interrupted your game and you threw her across the room and killed her. And until you're honest about that, frankly, you're going to be dead inside and you're going to be lost.
Thanks, Cody. Southwest Utah's snowpack is at a concerning 28% of normal, raising alarms for the Washington County Water Conservancy District, though reservoirs remain stocked from previous winters to ensure water availability this summer. We'll go to Maury Kessler for more on how the low snowpack levels could impact the region and the district's contingency plans.
Southwest Utah snowpack is just 28% of normal so far and is one of the lowest levels it has been in years and has water managers concerned. Washington County Water Conservancy District General Manager Zach Renstrom assures residents there will be enough water for this year, thanks to robust infrastructure and stored reserves from prior winters in our reservoirs. However, consecutive low snowpack years could eventually prompt emergency declarations.
So from the snowpack, we're very nervous. One of the lowest snowpacks that we've had in years. We have seen lower snowpacks at this period of time. But right now, yeah, we're looking at one of the lowest snowpacks ever. We still have some time in the year, so we're hoping that we'll get some spring storms or even some late winter storms that'll bring that snowpack in. The one fortunate thing is that we have very robust infrastructure that we were able to store a lot of water from our last couple of winters, and so our reservoir levels are doing fairly well at this time. So this summer, I can assure everyone that we will have water. And you'll definitely have water coming out of those taps. But it's one of those things that when we have these really bad snow years or lack of precipitation, we start relying upon our savings.
If the water situation ever becomes dire, the Water District has a contingency plan that includes conservation mandates, phased water reductions, and public messaging to get the word out. Landscape irrigation, which accounts for a large percentage of current water use in the county, is a key target for savings in the plan. Renstrom added that the contingency plan goes beyond the drought and addresses various other natural or man-made disasters that could impact the county's water supply.
But like I said, it's just not a drought that makes us worry. I mean, there are things that could happen, like an earthquake, where we would have to respond this way in reducing water flows or responding to something if there's a shortage of water. And any water system that doesn't have a plan in place, I think, is negligent, in my opinion.
Thanks, Maury. Let's take a look at your daily weather forecast, brought to you by Casablanca Resort and Casino. Starting in St. George, it's sunny at 51 degrees with a low tonight of 29. Tomorrow, expect a high of 53 and a low of 26. In Mesquite, it's sunny and 57 degrees. Tonight's low will be 38, with tomorrow's high around 59 and a low of 32. Cedar City is partly sunny at 35 degrees, dropping to 19 tonight. Tomorrow's temperatures will range from a high of 37 to a low of 15. Now we'll head over to Jill Paulson for your weekly update on the Southern Utah real estate market.
The housing market statistic for November 2024 came in with single-family home sales decreased from 247 in October to 200 in November, which is the lowest number for any November except for 2014 and 2015. Single-family home listings decreased from 1,500 in October to 1,452 in November. Townhouse and condo sales decreased from 81 in October to 51 in November. Townhouse and condo listings decreased from 451 in October to 412 in November. Single-family home building permits decreased from 193 in October to 65 in November, which is the lowest number of permits pulled in the last 10 years, except for October 2022.
Thanks, Jill. The Dixie National Forest is seeking public input on a plan to reauthorize, expand, and close several mineral pits across Iron, Garfield, and Kane counties. The pits supply vital materials like sand and gravel for forest road maintenance and restoration projects. Forest Service Planner Michael Golden says the effort will help prevent erosion, improve safety, and maintain watershed resources. The public comment period runs until January 16th, with full details available on the project's website or at the Cedar City Ranger District office. St. George artist Skylar Lu Chang transforms flowers, insects, and birds into captivating watercolor and photographic art, drawing inspiration from nature and his cultural heritage. For more on how Lu Chang's creative journey blends Eastern traditions with modern influences, here's Jessie Bang.
Skylar Lu Chang is an artist with both a paintbrush and a camera lens, creating work inspired by nature.
The favorite part is photography is I like to go to, first of all, hiking to enjoy the nature.
He uses the still shots he captures with his camera as a reference and inspiration for his watercolor paintings.
But to me, art is also intense for spiritual things.
Born and raised in China, he and his family moved to Pasadena, California when he was in high school. From there, he continued to pursue his art degree.
Thank you for watching St. George News at 5. To learn more about our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law, go to WeWinInjuryLaw.com. I'm Monica McLaughlin with St. George News, your #1 source for local news.
This has been St. George News at 5, brought to you by We Win Injury Law.